But in the South, where they say the game just means more, there's only one game considered the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From black jersey debuts to prayers of Jordan Hare, this matchup has had it all. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Wants to throw on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1892. A long time. This game has been heated. You know a bunch of the names, a bunch of the storylines. And speaking of storylines, how about the mascot for Georgia? Literally trying to bite on Auburn wide receiver. That's how real this rivalry is.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he needed 1 yard and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
That's a really nice job by this defense. Coming out, setting the tone. Great start, forcing a fourth down, forcing a decision already for this offense on the first drive. Really nice job coming out.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by offense here early in this game getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try and put some points on the board.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Dogs! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it out. It's Flanagan. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out in their spot.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The short hands. It's Burns. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll try to pop the draw. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quick release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And it's incomplete on third down.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7. Breaks into the open. They got this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Punga. Throws for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
High the chains now on second and long. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Everett. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Finds his man. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Past the first down marker and still running. Wide open space. Touchdown Bulldogs. Great job by the back on the option. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Byrne. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They try to pop a run on the draw, and he was able to get back on top of it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Unloads quickly. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
Really nice play call there, because the defense might have been thinking on third and short in the red zone, they're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
Now with the first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Bringing it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Looking for a man. It's Punga. Under fire. At the 35, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Moving away from pressure. Got a first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Looking downfield on first down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. This time on target.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Working that left side now. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got him this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wide receiver going in motion. Third down play from the gun. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. They'll mark him down at the 2 to the excellent execution on that throw and catch.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Off the play fake on first down. Here's a hit. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Punga. A shot toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. They're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Tigers want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. All wideouts, no backs. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Punga. He lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. deep to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. The Tigers extend that lead, and in the Deep South's oldest rivalry, looks as if the Dogs are in deep trouble.
Yeah, and this is a great sign for Auburn fans who had to hear it for a while. Georgia's dominated this series of late. Auburn dominating today.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
This is a designed run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got the quick pass. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Pulls it in. It's Sims. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Wants to fire on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side. They stop it well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Dead center perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative.
And he's got it inside the 35. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Gives it on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. On the option. Now the pitch. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Punga. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 5 clash today. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan. We promise to keep you updated if anything changes in this matchup of 1 versus 2. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching the football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Sims. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. This time he's got it. No chance to run, but still a good gain. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
Going for it all. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A quick pass to the left. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beat... continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Looking to pass. It's Punga. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They boot it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just... And he throws another interception, his start of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs. Man, they got to do something about it.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. grabbed in the middle. It's Sims. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
And these are tough spots for the offense to get in. You're trailing. You've got to pass the football. Defense ready for it, sitting back. A lot of DBs on the field. Break on the football. They know the pass is coming, and they take advantage.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Gives it on the option. Finds some fresh air. Got enough for the first. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just
makes the catch down the right side.
Gain of 26.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Makes the grab. It's Sims. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Finds a man on the right. Bulldozes his way through. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Auburn to the line in a hurry. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He'll take it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, good good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Sam Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it.
There he goes! Hits him with a stiff arm. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Dropping back, it's Punga. Throws to the wideout. He's got it! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Bringing it back. He's at the and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They think there's room to run to the right here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.